back to my channel. So today I thought I would film one of my most highly requested videos, and it is a makeup on basically the makeup I would wear and kind of tips that I would give on how to make your makeup last all day. So I thought this would be a really good time to film it because if you've been following me on my social medias and stuff, you know that I am currently in Paris with Disney at Disneyland Paris for their Seasons of the Force kind of press weekend, which is so exciting. But that means I'm going to be going on rides all day, seeing all the really cool attractions all day. So essentially I want my makeup to last all day. So I thought I would film the makeup look that I would wear in order to make my makeup last all day. This mainly includes a bunch of matte kind of finishing products because I feel like they last the longest and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just going to give my tips and tricks throughout this video on how I make my makeup last all day. So after I finish doing this makeup, I'm going to take you around Paris with me and show you all of the cool attractions and rides, especially some of the Seasons of the Force Star Wars ones. I want to get you guys excited because if you get the chance to come to Paris and see this, it's only here for a limited time. So yeah, I thought I would show you my makeup, show you around, and then at the end I will show you how my makeup lasted. So if you like the look of this makeup look, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and please keep watching. To ensure your eye makeup lasts, you want to prime your eyes 100%, and I am in love with this product. This is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Creme de Nude. It kind of matches my skin color, or it's just like a flesh tone color, which I think is really important if you want it to look natural. And like the name suggests, it's a tattoo, so literally it doesn't budge. But to ensure that it 100% doesn't budge, I always set my eye primer with a powder. That way anything I put on top is going to blend easier and also last a lot longer as well. For the eyes, I'm going to take the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, which contains a bunch of natural kind of matte shades. I love using matte shades on my eyes because I feel like these last the longest as well. And I'm going to take this shade here as our initial transition color and just buff that into the crease with a MAC 224. Like I said, I feel like even on the lid, using matte shades are a perfect way to make them last because I find sometimes on me, especially shimmery shades can transfer and then they just kind of can wipe away a bit easier. So yeah, I'm loving this palette because it contains loads of wearable matte shades, especially this one as well. This is a really gorgeous warm brown, and I'm going to use that to further deepen up the crease and also kind of take it halfway across the lid because we're going to diffuse that into our lid color and we want to be able to see a visible gradient. So I'm just using a slightly smaller fluffy brush for this part, and this is a MAC 217. You guys know some of these brushes are my all-time faves and I always use them. And then to further deepen up the crease, taking this matte brown shade, just concentrating this mainly on the outer third of the eye, but not taking it as far in as that other color we just used. So as you can see, we can keep a visible gradient going across the lid, and I think that creates a really effortless kind of smoky eye effect, and it looks really effective. But then I am going back in with the brush that I did use before, and I'm just using that to diffuse it all together so there's no harsh lines between the gradient and it all flows smoothly. And then I'm going to go in with this matte white shade. I think this is called Peaches and Cream, on a flat brush, and I find packing on product as well helps it last a lot longer because then you're really kind of pushing it in to the surface so there's no way that it can move around, and because you've put that primer down as well, it does have something to cling on to. But like I said, just pressing that over the empty lid space and then diffusing it in to that warm brown color by going back in with the brush we used to apply it and just kind of using back and forth motions. Sticking with the matte theme, I'm going to take this white peach shade on a pencil brush and just use that to highlight my inner corner as our inner corner highlight. I really love this product because even though it's matte, it really is a bright white, so it still pops just as much as a shimmer. Then I'm just going to take a wipe and wipe away underneath and create that winged effect because we are going to be doing a winged liner. For winged liner, I'm going to use the NYC liquid liner. On me personally, I find liquid eyeliners to last the longest because they dry matte and they're not a cream, so they don't transfer as easily, or if at all, and that's just a personal preference for me because sometimes I find, like I just said, yeah, gels can transfer up or they're easily smudged and stuff, and these dry matte, which is perfect. I'm then going to go back in with that brown color that we used earlier, but this time on a pencil brush, so we're concentrating the color a bit heavier and it appears a bit darker, and just using that in the in the outermost part of the eye just to create a little bit extra depth and that really smoky effect. Then I'm applying mascara. This is the Maybelline Falsies Push Up Mascara. I find this to have quite a dry, moussey formula, which lasts a lot longer on me personally, and it doesn't kind of flake or come off. And now I'm doing my eyebrows before my foundation. Again, this is another tip I find to make it last a lot longer, as this product lasts much better onto dry skin and is a lot more pigmented. And by the way, the lashes I use are the Flutter lashes, and I've left the name of them down below. For moisturizer, I'm actually taking MAC Fix Plus and then buffing it into my skin. This way I find any foundation I put on the top isn't going to slip and slide off, because this is quite a dry product as it's a spray. And for primer, I'm using the Nivea Post Shave Balm, just because I find this has a noticeable tack to it when it dries, and foundation really clings to that. So this is the foundation that, this is the primer that I've found my foundation lasts the longest on. Then I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. Obviously, most concealers have kind of like a matte finish, so it doesn't really matter which one you use, as long as it's one that you're comfortable with. But I find doing this onto the skin straight away, not on top of my foundation, is a way that it lasts a lot longer, and it avoids creasing and applying it too much product as well. So for me, this is a way that I get it to stay bright for longer as well. And using a beauty blender to blend in my foundation and my concealer helps make my makeup last, as it absorbs any excess and doesn't leave any kind of like excess product, so it won't slip and slide on the skin. And for foundation, I'm using the Maybelline Matte and Poreless, because again, it is a matte finish and it lasts amazingly. Then I'm going to go ahead and set it with powder. Guys, I always use this powder, and there's a reason. It honestly just makes everything so much longer on the skin, and it gives everything a matte finish and absorbs any oil, and just honestly just makes your makeup look amazing without applying too much, as it is a translucent loose powder. Now to finish off the eyes, I'm going back in with that warm brown shade on a pencil brush and just buffing that underneath, and then going in with the mascara again. Like I said, the formula of this, it doesn't transfer and really separates my lashes, so I find it lasts the longest time. So these are the finished eyes, and now we can move back on to the skin. For skin, I am then just going to brush away the bake that we had going on, so it leaves our under eyes super bright for longer, and also setting it all in place. And for bronzer, I'm going to take the NYX No Filter Powder. Now what's good about these is they remind me of the MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes, and MAC Mineralized Skin Finishes are baked for 24 hours, and when they're on the skin, they kind of work with the skin and almost get better with time. So that's why I love this one, because then it looks better throughout the day. And then just to apply a contour, I'm using the Bahama Mama bronzer from the Balm. Again, this is just another way to ensure that your bronzer and contour appears to last a long time on the skin by just applying a slightly different product underneath. And for blusher, it doesn't really matter so much. Maybe just apply one that's slightly darker or brighter than you usually would if you want it to stay that color for a long time. And that was the Too Faced Sweet Peach Blusher. Now, this is a trick I love for highlight. I love to apply a cream highlight before powder, because like your skin, applying a cream, aka your primer, before you put your foundation on, it makes it last a lot longer. So the same concept works with this. Applying a cream highlighter before your powder highlighter gives it a really good base, something to cling to, and it literally glows all day. So that's the skin finish, and now we can move on to the lips. Lining your lips and kind of feathering the product in gives the liquid lipstick you use a base, and this is the Pro Longwear Pencil by MAC in the shade Cultured, which by the name you can tell is designed to last a longer time anyway. And for liquid lipstick, I'm using the Jeffree Star liquid lipstick in Mannequin, because it's a really gorgeous everyday nude, and I find the formula of these to last a long time. Finally, I'm just setting everything in place with the Oil Control Makeup Setting Spray from Urban Decay to reduce any shine and lock everything in place. And that is my tips to make your makeup last. So this is the finished makeup look. It's kind of like a matte, everyday glam look I feel anyone can achieve. And now let's test it out. So I've just finished doing my makeup, and now it is time to kind of explore the park and see all the Seasons of the Force attractions and stuff. So I'm going to take you along with me for that. But if you like the look of this makeup look, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But if you want to see what I got up to in Paris and also how this makeup lasts, then please keep watching. So we are now about to go to the Walt Disney Studios side of the park. So come along, and I'm going to show you all the rides. We just went on the Tower of Terror, and I've never been really to Disney before, and I've just been like, oh my god, you have to go on it if you go. And I'm going to insert a clip now of the picture that just happened, and I'm actually a flying tomato. So we just went on the RC racy one, which is like this. Oh my god, I've never had like my nose run, my eyes water so much. But now, so we're in the reserve area about to watch the first order march. Get excited.
I am C3PO, Human Cyborg Relations, and this is my counterpart, R2D2.
Guys, we just watched the first order march and that was so much fun. They make it so real for everyone. Can you tell I'm a little bit of a nerd? It's time for Space Thunder Mountain. Okay, so Space Thunder Mountain, way scarier than I thought. I'm like, this guy in front of me had his hands up the whole time. Guys, we're about to witness, I think it's the Galactic Gathering. Galactic Gathering, get ready.
As the saga continues to transport audiences with the words, a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
In the evening now and we are just getting ready to go, but my makeup really withstood a lot today. I was crying, I was like actually being like blown away in the wind. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed all the footage from today as well and enjoyed the makeup look obviously at the beginning. Thank you so much for Disney for having me and Hannah. If you get the chance, definitely make sure that you come and check out Star Wars attraction at Disneyland Paris, because I don't think it's here for very long and it is so worth it. And I just met a couple of subscribers and that was the cutest thing ever. But yeah, definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you enjoyed this kind of video and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.